Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another X Marks the Spot with me, your host, Richter Hammer. Joining me, as per usual, is Jim Phoenix over there.
Hello.
We got Marcus Shadow.
What's up?
And, of course, we have Chriz, a.k.a. the Mole.
Hello.
So, as we usually do, we're going to go through our awards of the week up to 5, and then our match and promo of the night for the various shows that we have seen. And so, to kick it off, we will have the first award given by Marcus Shadow.
All right, my first award is called That's What Rick Do Award. And I'm giving that to Ryback for holding Miz in front of Mizdow outside the ring during the match and telling Mizdow to punch him. Because I was like, that's totally what Rick would do. Could hit him! You know you want to hit him! And Mizdow was like about to hit him, and Miz kind of half broke free, and then Ryback tossed him back in the ring and kicked his ass some more. But yeah, that's my first award.
Which is ironic, because my first award was called Really? ? With Miz being completely wasted in a shitty match with Ryback. I was like, really? You jobbed Miz out to Ryback? Fucking Ryback. Ugh. No. This isn't how this is supposed to go.
Fair enough. Back to Richter.
All right, so your first award, take it away, Jim.
Okay. My first award, I really wanted a catchy title for this, and I couldn't come up with anything. So, basically, I didn't have any. So I guess we just call this "What the fuck accent is this guy using?" Hint: it's not Russian. Because, dear God, this lawyer that Rusev brought to the contract signing, I don't know where they dug this guy up from, and I don't know whether it was made better or worse by the fact that the commentators basically called it out too. In fact, JBL said almost that exact phrase. That phrase said something to the effect of like, "What bingo hall they dig this guy up from?" And they started actually tearing him apart.
Wow.
And actually, I gave that an award too, so I'll throw in with you, and my award's called Objection Award.
I feel like naming that that's an insult to Phoenix Wright.
See, I will say the dude's accent was Russian.
It was just bad Russian? Okay.
No, it was a dialogue from Russia. We have a comedian over here who speaks in the same accent.
No, okay. Well,
we also have a meerkat that does the same thing.
Ha! Okay, then. But yeah, that was just a ridiculous accent for no reason. It was. You need to go watch that YouTube clip, Richter, if you haven't.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, that was the Rusev Cena contract signing. Go read that. I'll watch that later. But yeah, that was my
to be fair to the commentators, though, that guy was slipping in and out of the accent. You could tell he had more of a southern accent as a natural accent.
All right. And you did your first, correct, Mole?
I did.
All right.
He did.
Just want to double check. So for my first award, I call this the Kofi Kingston Saver Award on NXT, where well, not exactly saving, but when Kalisto was wrestling Tyler Breeze at one point, they were doing like like leapfrog over the running off the ropes thing, and at one point he like dove over Tyler Breeze and like landed on his hands and like walked on his hands for a little bit, and I'm like, what is this? Like, is he training for the Royal Rumble? Like, what the hell?
There you go.
That was just kind of funny.
In all fairness, you could still call it a save because really, Kofi Kingston saves. Well, they might technically be saves. It doesn't really matter because he usually gets thrown out 2 seconds later anyway.
It's true. Poor Kofi.
Yeah, poor Kofi.
It's okay. Kobe stays positive Because it's a new day.
It is a new day.
It is.
They need another tag team. Like if they ever go heel, they need their heel name should be like same old shit or whatever. New day, same old shit. Anyway, okay. So Marcus, you did your second one, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Mole with your second one.
Okay, and this is ironic because it's similar to Jim's first one, but different perspective. I recalled mine lawyered.
Nice.
Because I actually liked the fact that Rusev got his lawyer involved, so he could get the match, provided Rusev was actually allowed to read like an anti-American speech in front of Mr. America himself, John Cena. And
he played Mr. America?
he did.
That's who was under there. I knew it wasn't Hulk Hogan.
No, it was Curtis Axel. Axel Mania. They're clearly using the same catchphrases. But no,
that's true.
It was a case of...
God, how many years has he been in the Royal Rumble?
But after, it was the later... He did the anti-American stuff, and you could actually see it eating away at Cena. And I was like, that's actually kind of a clever thing to do. Because Cena was restricted, because if he interfered, he wouldn't get the match. So he had to stand there and listen to this guy just spew anti-American stuff in his face. And you're like, you kind of tell Cena wants to hit him. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty well done promo. I kind of like that. The lawyer was there to basically replace Lana, whatever. However, I didn't hate the lawyer. And as for the commentators commenting on him, to be fair, it's like the only time during Raw they actually fucking comment on what's in the ring.
True. And you're right. Overall, the promo itself was good. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but like the promo was good, and I liked I just loved that angle because we've had like Iron Sheiks and Muhammad Hassans and Rusevs and stuff before, but this is the first time I've actually seen them say, no, I got my lawyer involved, and if you want your matchup, let me read this, and just read anti-American in front of the American hero. John Cena, the Marine / Superman / rapper. I don't know. But I don't know. For me, that was kind of a cool twist. You know what I mean? Like a new twist on an old classic.
It is. Although the one thing that didn't make any sense to me is the only thing that it made sense, but it was still kind of is apparently hearing anti-American sentiment read is apparently what does it for Cena, because as he's reading this, Cena is like removing articles of clothing every time Rusev speaks.
Yeah, it's because if you've seen Cena's matchups, what does he do whenever he gets angry? He removes his clothes and starts to flex.
True.
Now he doesn't quite go into TN category of have my pants, but he does like to throw his shirt and go, now I'm mad because I have no
the hat off of his pants, shirt.
Actually, maybe that's it. After all these years, I've just figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Cena wears weighted clothing like Piccolo and Goku during the Saiyan saga. It's the only explanation. Which means when he throws that into the audience, he's killing someone.
Nice.
Your American hero, ladies and gentlemen.
To be fair, I can't think of an American hero that doesn't kill people.
America, fuck yeah.
I mean, G.I. Joe is literally a soldier. Yeah, G.I. Joe, for example, is literally a soldier. It's kind of what he does.
Let's be fair. If you've ever watched G.I. Joe, they don't kill anything.
I don't think it ever did anything.
It's implied.
I waited for it. That's why Nappa can see their parachutes. He was watching G.I. Joe while he was murdering people.
Yeah. People die in the film.
Yeah.
That counts. No.
That's Bay canon, though. That doesn't count. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm betting the G.I. Joe cartoon probably had less American flags than a Michael Bay film.
Probably.
And even less than a Sam Raimi Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was kind of ridiculous. I understood the first one because 9/11 happened and they had to get rid of that cool scene with the webbing between the two towers. Fair enough. I understand why. Yeah, I understand why they could have just restructured it, added a couple of extra buildings for effect, and changed the name of them. But Fair enough. However, did the second and third one really need him landing next to a big fucking flag every fucking scene?
Mm.
Merc. All right. So with your second award, take it away, Jim.
All right. Well, continuing on with this promo we're speaking of, because Richter may recall.
Oh, is this your award from the news? Because I did also see on the news that the fact apparently when this was being said, Lex just crashed his bus in rage.
Funny. Anyway, apparently, if you remember last week's X-Smarks, we were discussing the previous week's Raw, in which Rusev had been made to pass out by John Cena twice, and Lana agreed to this match at WrestleMania on his behalf. I think this was on the recording, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And what I had said was, now wait a minute, does this work? Because Stephanie said that Rusev had to agree to the match. He didn't, Lana did. Should that really be legal? And Mole and Marcus and Richter mentioned some things about, oh, well, you know, the managers agree to matches all the time. It's generally accepted that managers can agree to matches for their superstars. And like, all right, fine, this still seems suspicious. Well, we have a contract signing, and Rusev brings his lawyer. His lawyer, who shows both the footage of Stephanie saying that it had to be Rusev and showing that he was passed out and it was not him that agreed to it, and saying that in Cena, Mr. Rusev does not have to compete in this match because he did not agree to the match, and that was the rule set forth by Mrs. McMahon. In your faces, I called it. Now, granted, Rusev said I'll do the match anyway if I can read his speech, but still, I called it. Boom!
Yeah, except for what Rusev actually said was, you are entitled to the match, but based on this loophole, I will see action unless you let me read this manifesto.
But still, the fact that they even pointed that out.
Yes, but the fact they pointed out, however, he did say it was still allowed.
No, I'm pretty sure they just said this is not allowed, but Rusev will agree to the match and sign for this anyway if he could read the speech. I don't think they pointed
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But, well, yeah, either way, I called it because I was the one that pointed out that, wait, that was Lana, not Rusev. They're going to make something of this, and they did, so I called it. That's the in-your-face award.
Okay.
All right.
Ego much?
Yes,
Giving yourself an award?
Yes, I'm that arrogant, giving myself an award. Booyah. Brother.
Okay, then.
Next, he's going to win a WrestleMania match that he's not scheduled to wrestle in.
Exactly.
He will.
I'll win the Intercontinental title ladder match.
That might actually be better than the actual options.
Wow, and that's coming from a Daniel Bryan fan.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. Unlike Marcus, I totally support Cody Rhodes.
I don't see Cody Rhodes in that match.
Yeah, but
Is
do you
he in the
support
match?
Stardust?
I thought Stardust was there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're still the same person.
No, they're not.
No, Cody Rhodes is dead.
Spoilers.
Yes, but he had that big storyline where he came out in half the face paint, and they even said it's clearly Cody. He's just struggling with dual identity. It's like you can still call Two-Face Harvey Dent. Boom.
I
Fair
wouldn't.
enough, fair enough. I'll give you that. Anyway, who's next?
That would be me.
All right, take it, Hammy.
My second award. This is the Crowd Cheer Award.
Ooh.
During on NXT, of course. Colin Cassidy had a match against Blake of the Tag Team Champions, and crowd, of course, cheering, "We want blue pants." I was like, "Yay, blue pants!"
Nice.
She's now a rosebud.
Just that once, or is she like permanently a rosebud?
I think she's permanently a rosebud because on the photos of the rosebuds on WWE.com, she was one of the ones in the photos.
Nice.
So I think she's either been promoted or relegated, depending on your definition, to rosebud.
Next, she just needs a Ninja Turtle costume. She'll be super over.
There you go.
I know, they come out in costumes all the time. Why doesn't she come out dressed like Kitty Pryde? It's like her one outfit.
Ah.
Nice. All right, so with your third award, take it away, Marcus.
All right, my third award is called I call it the Real Americans Award, and it goes to the Raw crowd for chanting "We want Lana, we want Lana" when Rusev came out with his lawyer. I thought that was awesome, and they just continued to chant. They're like they basically helped with the giving the lawyer endless amounts of shit for being there. I just continued saying "We want Lana," and I was just like, yes. Yes, we do.
We do want Lana. Although I will say the chant itself is a little weird, because whenever she's out there, they're like, boo, we don't want you. She disappears. She takes 1 week off. We want you back. It's like, what are you? Make up your mind, WWE Universe.
Oh, we'll get to
We
that.
want someone who can actually stay within the Russian accent and not sound like a good old Southern boy trying to do a Russian accent.
Hey, to be fair, people still cheered for Kofi Kingston when he did a piss-poor Jamaican accent.
True.
That he forgot about like a week later.
Mm.
That was awesome.
You don't know what you've got till it's gone.
But yes, back to Richter.
All right, so next award.
You
take
forgot
it
to
away.
mention the words ivory and tower. In that order. No, he's good.
Back to Ivory and Tower in that order.
All right, take it away, Mole.
My next award, which is award number 3, is does what it says on the tin. And that is just because of Roman Reigns coming out in his I Can and I Will new t-shirt and cutting a promo in the ring right after Paul Heyman, which proves how shit all of Paul Heyman's recent promos have been, because Roman Reigns seemed better and more unpredictable on the microphone than Paul Heyman. Which, it's not an insult to Paul Heyman, he has been good, but for the last, I don't know, however many months, it's just been come out and say the exact same stuff. And it's like, oh, come on. But that does make Roman Reigns look great. And that was a pretty cool promo by Reigns.
Yeah.
All right. So with your third award, take it away, Jim.
Okay, well, I guess I'll switch the order since we're going to move up to that portion of the program. And I'll go back to my other one in a minute, but...
To be fair, I didn't move up to that portion. That's literally the last portion of Raw I have.
No, okay, fair enough. Well, then I'll move up to that portion, and then I'll go back to something else that happened. But the next award I'm going to give the Batista Award.
Okay.
Because after that promo that Mole just mentioned, I'm giving the Batista Award to JBL for pointing out T-shirts don't beat Brock Lesnar.
I missed that.
No, he'd actually have to be there. Plus, I will also point out T-shirts have actually impaired the only wrestler still under contract by WWE who's undefeated at WrestleMania. A T-shirt stopped him. I am referring to, of course, to any time The Rock used to put a T-shirt on Michael Cole's head. See, how does that make you feel, Rick? We now live in a world where Undertaker's been defeated at WrestleMania, and Michael Cole's undefeated.
We here at X-Marks do not condone remembering that Michael Cole wrestled at WrestleMania. Thank you.
Hell, I think Floyd is also undefeated.
I'll let that one go.
Did he beat the Big Show? I don't even remember.
I assume he did. The celebrities normally do, like Snooki won her match and so forth.
Yes, except they had that slight problem where the crowd decided fuck Floyd Mayweather and started cheering for the Big Show weeks before WrestleMania, and they had no choice but to switch the two around.
They switched the two around, but I think Floyd still won because his whole thing going in there is he's undefeated at boxing and shit like that. So I think they would feel it would kind of cheapen his undefeated streak to have him lose at WrestleMania to a giant, slow boar.
True.
I can't believe I had to defend Floyd.
Yeah. What the hell is with the penchant of putting Big Show in non-wrestling matches? He's in a boxing fight. He's in a sumo match. What the hell?
They're playing to his strengths. And that's non-wrestling.
Ouch.
Hey, Big Show's strengths are twofold. Non-wrestling and looking like Richter. Thank you.
Nice. But yes, that was the Batista Award. Back to Hammy in the Ivory Tower.
All right. So, my third one, I call it the 1 week reprieve award for on NXT. Alexa Bliss actually didn't get squashed in her hometown, which surprised me. But she gets a title shot next week, and I'm like, oh, okay. So next week you're gonna be completely squashed. There's no way you're winning next week. But so yeah, 1 week reprieve because didn't get squashed, but it'll happen.
It will.
All right. So fourth award, take it away, Marcus.
All right, I call this the Hot Tag Award to WWE Creative for finally giving a shit about the tag division. A little late to make us give a shit about the tag title match in the feud, but it was cool to actually see some semblance of a storyline and see the tag teams actually being used, and at least for one night actually kind of caring, because it's like, because the New Day and Ken and Cesaro had a match, and then Los Matadores came out with El Torito to watch the match, and Michael Cole mentioned that Los Matadores had said, I think on SmackDown or something, that they were going to make an impact. And then after the match, after I believe it was Ken and Cesaro won, and everyone was like outside the ring except for Cesaro, who was in the ring, they attacked the New Day and tossed Kofi. They attacked Kofi and tossed him back into the ring. And Cesaro picked him up, kind of looked down and put him between his legs and kind of shrugged, and then did the neutralizer. And then while he was doing the neutralizer, El Torito jumped up onto the top rope and vaulted off it and hit a couple Hurricane Ranas on Cesaro, tossing him out of the ring as Los Matadores slid in the ring. So they were standing tall. I'm like, wow, they're actually giving some semblance of a story, and it's actually kind of compelling. Like, too bad they didn't do this at like the beginning of the month so we could actually care about the feud and the title match and stuff. But I thought it was cool that they're finally starting to give a shit about the tag division, and I hope that trend continues, because that was actually kind of interesting. I actually kind of sat there like, huh, I actually kind of want to know what's going to happen now. Which I usually don't say about the tag division, because it usually doesn't exist.
All right. So for your fourth award, take it away, Mole.
My fourth award is called One of a Kind.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that is for Harvey D getting a move named the All-Star Frog Splash in 5-star wrestling. It's like, wait a minute. Couldn't you call that the 5-star wrestling Frog Splash?
Yeah.
Come on, it's a move that literally has 5-star in the name, and yet you changed it to the All-Star Frog Splash. Still, Harvey D is actually pretty fun to play as. To be fair, all of them are. But I just like the idea of one of a kind, and then it's Harvey D who does the same moveset. But I just found the naming of the move weird. But back to Rick.
5-star wrestling splash.
All right. So with your fourth award, take it away, Jim.
Alrighty, my next award. I'm going back a little bit. I call this award, is this Royal Rumble Mania? Because I think somebody was editing the WWE. I think somebody... Bless you.
Sorry.
Recapping something that happened earlier on, bro.
That's funny.
Did you watch SmackDown this week?
Ah. But anyway, I think somebody was editing the WWE story editor and accidentally transposed the lead-up, part of the lead-up from Royal Rumble to the Road to WrestleMania, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the lead-up to the Royal Rumble that has a bunch of dudes in the ring eliminating each other, and then Mark Henry and Kane cock-measuring each other about how big and strong and uneliminatable they are.
Not if the match in question is Battle Royal. Because how else do you hype up a Battle Royal?
I know, I'm just saying. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I'm still shocked they went with the Andre the Giant Memorial again. I thought it'd be a different dead wrestler who had his trophy later smashed on Raw for the purposes of storylines.
And then rebuilt in the following year for the purposes of being used again.
Yep.
I guess the idea is it's Honor the Giant Memorial. When you have something in Memorial, it usually stays in Memorial of that person. So, I guess it does make sense how it would really be the Honor the Giant Memorial, but
It also makes sense because Andre did start on the territories in Battle Royals as an attraction because of how huge he was.
Yeah,
so
you
he
eliminate
is
him,
most
yeah.
famous as he is probably the most famous guy for Battle Royal. So that bit does make sense, but still, come on.
Yeah.
You could have named after something else that died, like I don't know, the John Morrison's Career Award.
Thank
you.
By the way, I haven't actually looked at the list. Is there anybody in that match that actually deserves to win it?
Big Show.
Big Show doesn't deserve to win. He's going to rip Andre's head off and put his own head on the statue. Not that wouldn't be entertaining, but still.
Oh no, I think
And
Big
after
Show
the
should
fatality
win it
match.
at least once before he retires. Come on, because it's Big Show, Andre the Giant. He has to win it at least once. It would be wrong to not have him win it at least once.
Yes, but don't have him win it as a heel. If you're going to have him win it as a face in honor of Andre.
I would say,
True.
I say Mark Henry.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see Mark Henry.
And honestly, this might just be me. I don't want Big Show to win it.
Well, I didn't say I wanted him to win it, but I said I felt he deserved to win it.
Oh, I was saying I don't think he did, just because it's Andre the Giant. Come on, Big Show literally went on to WCW as the Giant and was supposed to be Andre the Giant's son. He's already fucking made a name for himself off Andre enough.
He besmirched him.
He did. But I do feel someone big should win it. It shouldn't be like a Cesaro. Again, it needs to be someone big, like a Mark Henry or arguably a Kane. I'd say Mark Henry.
What are we gonna do if Wendy Slater wins it?
Cry.
Go, huh? That's new.
Because I was actually surprised he was in the match. I'm like, wait, what's he doing there? He still has a career, and then they threw him out in 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, he has. Like I said, they gotta fill a battle royal with 30 guys. That's the get as many dudes on the WrestleMania card as we possibly can match.
I'm gonna laugh if the winner turns out to be a joint winner, like two people going over the top rope, and it's Fandango and Adam Rose. Those two need. I want those two to work together more. They've been doing it on main event. Put them as a tag team or a feud on the main roster. Something.
Yeah. They would actually be a really good tag team. I would watch them as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Think.
But
just
no,
as
I'd
long
like
as
Mark
whoever,
Henry to win it.
just as long as whoever wins it doesn't get immediately buried again like Cesaro, because that was kind of I think that kind of besmirched the award.
Yeah, I think Mark Henry will probably do it. Cause let's face it, he's got like a year or two left, if that. He's probably going to win it, so this will be his one big achievement. Because honestly, does anyone want to see him get the title again?
Not particularly.
Nope.
Well, that's an achievement. Didn't he win a Slammy at some point?
Yeah, but I mean, he hasn't had an achievement. Normally, when a wrestler goes to retire, they have like a big, massive storyline. No one wants to see Mark Henry in a big storyline, and if they've been there as long as that, or they give him some sort of a big achievement before they go. This could be it.
That could work. I can see that.
But that's just speculation on whether or not he's retiring, or wishful thinking, depending on your definition.
Mark Henry for Hall of Fame 2016. Or not. Anyway.
Yes.
Hammy.
So for my fourth award, I call this the Are These the Same Fans Award? So maybe I'm off base. Huh?
Said we got to it, because early on you said we'll get to that later. We got to it.
Yeah. So, as far as I've heard, I could be wrong on this. Maybe I'm just seeing the wrong things. But people are mad at, Roman Reigns because he just kind of came back and gets a title shot. He hasn't been around very long, and they're just kind of feeding him people. And he's not very good on the mic. Those are complaints I see about him. So then Kevin Owens comes out, and people are cheering for him. and he got a title shot after not being there too long and steamrolled through people and not very good on the mics. So, are these the same fans? I don't.
It depends. Are they sticking their arms up and down, going yes, 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 like a child?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because literally, these are the same fans that voted Roman Reigns as Superstar of the Year, literally a couple of months before he wins Royal Rumble, and it's like, Daniel Bryan's been eliminated. We hate you now.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, that's not how this works.
I remember, like, everyone wanted Roman, not, like, I saw a lot of fans wanted him to win, like, last year or whatever, and they're like, yeah, Roman Reigns, yeah, the Shield people. And he, like, comes back and, like, oh, he runs the Rumble, and they're like, boo, and I'm like, wait, what the hell happened? Did he run over all of your dogs? Like, I don't understand.
Or maybe it's because...
No, he ran over a goat.
Or maybe it's because Kevin Owens didn't have a actor like Dwayne come out and try to hog the spotlight of his victory.
Could be.
I'm kidding, as that actually helped Roman Reigns a bit. But like, diffuse it quick, we need 50 cc's of rock, start.
The people are turning on Roman Reigns. We need the people's champion.
DDP?
Huh.
Oh.
It's a good thing.
I had to mention that he was called the people's champion in WCW.
Oh, was he?
for a while, yeah.
Well, that's because people were behind him, because he was, aside from Sting on and off, he was like the only dude consistently fighting the NWO.
Yeah, he was literally like one of the people rising up, even though he was old. They were like, yeah, we like this dude and stuff. It's like, cool. And I like DDP. But he doesn't get mentioned as people's champion enough.
Yeah.
And he probably never will again.
Probably not. Poor DDP.
Welcome to WWE.
Yep.
That's the DDP's People's Champion nickname Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah. Only if they also have a Memorial Battle Royal for Shawn Michaels' smile.
The Shawn Michaels Memorial Lollipop in Your Mouth tap out.
That's what Seth Rollins should cash in Money in the Bank on. He should cash in on Shawn Michaels and become his smile.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say you should cash it in and make the Seth Rollins Memorial Battle Royale.
Yeah. That also would be amazing.
He just goes steps on the grave. 1, 2, 3. That would be so much heel. So many like.
No. He just comes out of the ring. He just throws down and pins the trophy.
Yeah, he goes to pin Andre by doing what you said, 1 foot in the grave, and the ref won't count. And like, what the hell? Why don't you count? He goes, well, clearly after Cesaro won and broke his trophy, he turned over in his grave. You need to roll him over to pin him.
Wow. When did this become October?
It was right after it became Smarch.
To be fair, it has nothing to do with October. This is literally WrestleMania season. This is the season when the dead rise again.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Undertaker.
Yep.
I like to think he listens to our podcast.
Why not?
He wouldn't, but I like to think he does.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was my final award. But everyone else, of course, is welcome to have one more. So with your fifth one, take it away, Marcus.
All right. My final award is called the Saw That Coming Award / 100 Episodes of Filler Award. And that goes to Seth Rollins for spending the entirety of Raw alienating himself from the Authority, only to have them all show up at the end when he came out for his match with Randy Orton. Like, yeah, I saw that coming. And the reason why I call that 100 episodes of filler, so get this one, Richter. You're going to love this. So that was the last thing that happened because that was the main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, like Sting came out and helped him because Sting. And he actually, like, fought, which was cool. But so that was the last thing that happened. Rewind all the way back to the very first thing that happens on Raw with Rollins in the ring with, like, the Authority and stuff. And talking about Orton and his challenge for WrestleMania. And, and as was mentioned earlier, you can have your match if, at WrestleMania, if you agree to a match with me tonight. And Orton comes out to respond to this. And the last thing Orton says is, yeah, I'll have your match, and yeah, I know you're going to have your buddies with you. I don't give a shit. If I give my hands on you, you better fucking finish me, or you're not going to make it to WrestleMania. So the entire night, Orton's already expecting the entire Authority to be out there. So what was the point of Rollins alienating himself just to have them come out? It's like, ooh, Orton, I made you think I was going to come out alone. No, you didn't. He was already expecting it. It's Randy fucking Orton. You just wasted 3 fucking hours, Seth. Like I said, 100 episodes of filler.
To be fair, Orton expected it at the beginning of Raw, when the whole Raw was the Authority alienating themselves from Seth Rollins, which is exactly what happened the week before, which made Orton get a sense of security, and that's why he struck. So it was more Seth playing with Orton and trying to lure him into a trap, which did seem to work, because they surrounded the shit out of him. If Sting hadn't interfered, they would have killed. They would basically beat down Orton, similar to like Nexus v fucking Cena.
Yeah, but the thing is, from the beginning, Orton was expecting all of them to be there. That's why he outright said, "Yeah, I know you're going to have all your goons down there. I don't care."
Yeah, but like I said, he said that at the beginning, and then they all turned on Seth Rollins, which means Randy Orton would probably think they wouldn't be there, because he said, "I expect all your goons to be there because you're friends with them right now." Boom! All night they're alienating themselves and having the same issues, which is why he struck last week. It was meant to be like a mind game.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it worked because he wasn't striking. It was a match. He was coming down to a match with Seth Rollins, and like I said, he expected to be there, and it's Randy Orton. You really think he didn't see through that? It was fucking obvious they were all going to be there, and Orton fucking knows it. I'm sorry, Seth Rollins is not smarter than Randy Orton.
I would make the case he can be, depending on writing.
He's the architect of the Shield. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. Just to me, that whole story for that night just seemed really stupid and like pointless. Because again, Orton said, "I'm expecting it," and then, "Oh, Orton, I played you for a fool," and Orton's just like, "No, you didn't. You're a dumbass." And like Triple H, of all people, should have known. Yeah, Orton will see this coming a mile away. Let's not forget, Triple H is the man who trained Orton in fucking mind games.
He did, but he also taught Seth in mind games. And last time we saw Orton try to do a mind game before last week, he got his ass kicked and was then sent packing for like 2 or 3 months because the Authority just destroyed him.
Well, that wasn't exactly a mind game. That was just him striking, as opposed to actually trying to set something up to put himself in an advantageous position. He knew he wasn't in an advantageous position. He didn't care. He just fucking struck because he's Orton.
Yeah, but he'd also been telling Triple H and everyone all night that he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to do it. Then he did it. So It was clearly him trying to do the same tactic. It's just his failed miserably.
Fair enough. I don't know. I just felt there was no point to what he did, but I was like, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. Because okay, I'll admit, the first time when they had the Big Show Kane thing, I was like, okay, maybe they are gonna break up the Authority. But then I thought about it, and then when I saw the next one, I was like, no, Seth is just fucking with him. They're gonna be there at the end. And sure enough, he was. The Sting thing I didn't see coming. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't expect him to show up. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I love that Sting opens with the Stinger Splash. I'm like, yes! Because I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of J&J Security. Someone was conveniently propped in the corner. So Sting just kind of turned around, saw him, was like, fuck it, splash.
Yep.
Okay. So with your 5th award, take it away, Mole.
My 5th award is It's Viral. This is for Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. That video was awesome. People need to check that out. Created by screenwriter and director Max Landis, I believe it was, the guy who wrote and directed Chronicle. It's also worth noting, the celebrities that appear in this, and I do have a list, Rick, are Macaulay Culkin, Seth Green, Josh Peck, Haley Joel Osment, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Nicholas Brune, Darren Hayes, David Arquette, and the Mythbusters. And the wrestlers that appear are John Morrison, Joey Ryan, Justin Roberts, Chris Hero, JTG, Shad Gaspard, Ryan Namath, Colt Cabana, Ranky Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels.
Nice.
And the LOL dirt sheets told him, kept giving a rumor that because the wrestlers weren't responding, they hated it. To which he's gone on Twitter and mentioned, hey, I appreciate you saying that WWE wasn't happy with hashtag wrestling isn't wrestling, but I can tell you for an actual fact, that's bullshit. Then someone asked, but why aren't they tweeting about it? He said they're not allowed to tweet it because of its content, language, etc. in the PG era, not an enmity, or whatever you call it. And then they said, but I heard The Office aren't happy about it, to which he said The Office was very happy. Trust me. Because he's been messaged about by WWE thanking them for it and saying how much they like it, to the point that earlier today, Stephanie McMahon now follows him. Which means WWE actually really did like this. It's a pretty cool thing if people watch Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. It tells the tale of Triple H and stuff like that and his career, done like a Game of Thrones style story. It's pretty worth checking. It's worth checking out. I won't spoil it because people need to watch it, but it's pretty damn fun. And It's also worth noting Goldberg appears post-credits, so make sure you stay post-credits, people. Which I thought that was kind of cool. The other reason they probably wouldn't mention it is Chris Benoit is mentioned in it. Yep. But back to you guys.
All right. So with your fifth award, take it away, Jim.
All right. This is an award for a news thing that happened, and I really never catch the title. I just called this bullshit. And I actually this award comes with a photo. Specialty award.
Oh.
Okay. Now check these guys out. Oh, hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Now check.
It's kind of blurry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Kind of blurry, but okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, these dudes. As you can see, there are 9 dudes. As you can see, they're dressed as Hulk Hogan, IRS, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ric Flair, Nikolai Volkov, Sergeant Slaughter, Big Boss Man, Ultimate Warrior, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Well, these guys were at Raw. In fact, they were in the front row. If you look during the Divas match, you can see them in the front row, as AJ's skipping around there among some of the other matches. Well, they were in the front row in their costumes. And apparently, according to the good people at Fox Sports who picked up on this, because Fox likes to pick up on this kind of thing, these guys were in the front row. They showed up. Now, they were in the front row, which means they paid about $100 per ticket. So they spent like $900 to come see Raw this night in Des Moines, Iowa. And apparently, whoever is in charge of the arena came and basically told them, your costumes are distracting. You guys either have to change clothes or we're going to make you leave. Which is bullshit. And basically you could see them later in the night. You could see them wearing a variety of WWE-themed t-shirts that they probably went out and purchased at the merch stand to cover up their costumes, including 2 guys in Uso shirts, one of them wearing a John Cena shirt, and so on and so forth. And personally, I find that bullshit because, and one of them did too. I don't know which one he was, but the gentleman's name is Matt Sheridan, and he wrote a letter posted on Reddit to the WWE, basically saying, "Look, we're lifelong fans of your product. We paid like $1,000 to come see your Raw event in the front row. We were being huge fans. We were all rabid fans. We went and being rabid fans, we all went and dressed up as our favorite superstars and brought tickets to Raw. And now you're telling us are too distracting. I would think you would want diehard fans like this, the kind of fans you would want. Especially given, and he mentioned it seems to contradict your Be a Star promotion, which ironically enough was running on the Titantron when you were being told to change clothes, because it seems to encourage fanaticism for the WWE. And all we're looking for is an explanation for why you would do this when we spend our time, energy, and money on advocating the product and being wrestling fans. For the record, I'm still your fan, but we're kind of disappointed. P.S. Have we all been dressed as John Cena and Roman Reigns? Would the outcome have been different? Please advise so I can let the other 9 guys know for future shows.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can partially see, okay, yeah, a bunch of dudes dressed as wrestlers, that might be I can see why people might be looking at those guys. I get that. But at the same time, here's the thing. Okay, yeah, people might be looking at the guys in the cool costumes dressed as wrestlers from years ago and not paying attention to what's going on in the ring. That's not the fault of the guys in the costumes. If guys dressed as wrestlers 20 years ago are more entertaining than what's going on in the ring, you need to fix what's going on in the ring, not throw out the guys that are in costumes.
Yeah, although I could kind of see the other case of, to be fair, a load of those people are dead wrestlers that they're almost parodying with those costumes, which could
At
be
least it's
seen
not
as
like
really
blacklisted people.
Yeah, that is true, but which could be seen as a little distasteful, because, like I said, at least 3 of those people are dead. And then you also have the thing of, to be fair, a load of companies do this. For example, if you show up at Disney as dressed as your at Disney World dressed as your favorite Disney character, they tell you to change. They kick you the fuck out.
Yeah, fair enough. I just felt like it was, I can understand. Like I said, I understand why they would have done that because okay, if they were in the back, fine, but they're in the front row. They're on camera. I could see why that might be an issue where people are kind of paying attention to that. I could get that. I just get it. I just feel like fair enough, but at the same time, it's kind of understandable, but also a dick move from different perspectives. So I can understand why that would be.
Yeah, I could understand why they'd be disappointed too. It's like the only reason I knew about the Disneyland one is someone I knew was having a Disney party. They were going to Disney for their birthday and they wanted to do it pirate themed. So every single person was dressed up as a pirate. And they were told, no, you can't do this in case it confuses people that your little child dressed as a pirate might work for Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like, really?
And it should be noted that, and then to change the costumes and everything, that they were, when asked for comment, a WWE spokesperson did say that they apologized to them for the inconvenience, and they did offer them tickets to an upcoming show. So WWE did make it right. I give them credit for that.
Ooh, I feel that may be one of the stupidest mistakes WWE makes. I agree apologizing to them. I could even agree funding them or something, but make it non-disclosure. Because we all know what people are like. How many dicks are going to be showing up like that now, expecting free tickets and stuff?
Yeah, that's true. People will do that, unfortunately.
That makes me sad that you have to think about that type of stuff. It's like, yeah, people will now dress like that to try and get free stuff, which I don't like.
Yeah,
I hate the fact that's the world we live in.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, that's not real. I can understand why, but that's still not cool. Plus, they had really good costumes. I wish I had costumes that cool. But anyway, that was my award.
Well, I wanted to make fun of the fact that, it's like that might be disrespectful to a dead person. It's like, yeah, that's WWE's vignettes job when they have people
it's not like
mangle their things. Well, we're going to induct this person in the Hall of Fame. So half the people do it because you like them. The other half just make fun of the person. We don't give a shit. They're dead. Like, wow, okay. Cool.
Yeah, that was distasteful when they did that to Macho Man. But at the same time, with the disrespect thing, the last inductee, or one of the last ones announced, was the little kid who died of cancer, and the awards cut in honor of Ultimate Warrior, and that costume of Ultimate Warrior looked like a parody of Ultimate Warrior.
Fair enough.
It's like yeah, I could kind of, I feel sorry for the people, but I also could see, I could see both sides, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, I can give them credit. I mean, they weren't that bad. I mean, they came in dressed as wrestlers. It's not like they were dressed as those wrestlers and then proceeded to, I don't know, molest a corpse on national television. Yes, back to the ivory tower.
Indeed.
All right. So with the now on to the we're past the awards. Now on to our match and promo of the night. So with your match and promo of the night, take it away, Mole.
And thank you, Richter. My match of the night, I gave the match of the night to Tyson Kidd single-handedly defeating the New Day. So that's right, I still do not condone the use of Cesaro as counting as a person. Tyson Kidd single-handedly defeated the New Day. I like that match, though. As Marcus pointed out, which is why I was quiet when Marcus mentioned it, it was a pretty damn good match. I did like the matchup. They did a good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the promo I gave it to is technically 2, Mick, but it's really 1, if that makes sense, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
It's for Seth and the Authority coming out to get Orton after setting up where they were arguing all night. They surround Orton. The commentators even say that they've basically outsmarted Orton. The lights go out, Sting appears. He clubs Kane with his baseball bat. He did the Stinger splash to J&J Security. And he dispatched of Noble with, I believe it was a Scorpion Death Drop. That's awesome! Yeah. Orton then followed suit and he did an RKO to Joey. That's pretty cool. And I mean Joey Mercury, not the spin-off show from Friends.
How you doing? Out of nowhere!
Yeah. And the second part of that was straight afterwards on the WWE Network. There was an exclusive interview with Michael Cole when both of the Sting and Orton were in the ring, so it literally follows straight on. And Orton mentions, I don't know if you've watched WWE much, Sting, or if you haven't been here much, but I'm the type of guy that doesn't need people's help. And the crowd boo him. And he goes, however, I will say thank you. I think what you did was pretty cool, and shake Sting's hand, and the crowd then go, yay, we forgive you, Orty. That's why they call him Orty. But now they went, yeah, we forgive you, yay, and they cheered and stuff. Then Michael Cole gave Sting the microphone, and Sting starts to speak about how he's waited 14 long years to be in this ring, to be in this company. He gives a big speech and stuff about how he's going to beat Triple H and what to expect. It was pretty cool done. It was pretty well done, and I like both of those together. They pretty much were the promo at night.
All right.
Fair enough. I'll have to go back and watch that promo on the network.
What? The WWE Network has on-demand functionality? But if they had that, that would render their whole schedule lineup completely useless. Thank you. Although it is worth noting on WWE Network this week, there is an exclusive WWE original thing going to air in which Triple H and Arnold Schwarzenegger have an interview together. I don't know if Triple H is interviewing Arnold or if Arnold's interviewing Triple H, but either way, I want to watch.
I feel like Triple H is interviewing himself and Arnold is just there.
Yeah. That would be pretty fun. Like I said, either one would work. You either have Triple H going into in-depth questions and all of like, so Arnold, how did you feel when you basically, and just starts to go on a big tirade, then the guy who can't really talk much besides one-liners will give a one-liner of something like, oh yes, it was excellent, and then move the fuck on. Or you get basically Arnold Schwarzenegger asking Triple H a question like, hey, why did you become a wrestler? And then you have a 20-minute Triple H answer. Either way, that's fucking hilarious. I can't see this not being hilarious. You got the guy with one-liners versus the guy with a 20-minute, it takes 20 minutes to get his point across. That's kind of funny. But I don't know. Will you guys?
He's interviewing GM.
But no. Will you guys be watching that?
I may. Sounds like it could be interesting. You said that's on the network, right?
It is on the network. They got it scheduled for sometime this week.
Yeah, I might watch that. If
Cool.
if they don't bore me half to death.
Cool. But back to Rick.
The ivory tower.
All right. So with your match and promo of the night, take it away, Marcus.
All right. So my match of the night is Nikki Bella with Brie Bella versus AJ Lee with Paige, because that was actually a halfway decent match, all things considered. Still really disappointed they're not having a title match. That it's a tag match. Why? Why tag match? WrestleMania, really? But yeah, no, that match was really good. I enjoyed it. And they did some good moves, and for once they actually looked halfway competent.
I could see that, and I think the reason why is don't they normally put the Divas in a tag team match on WrestleMania? At least a lot of their matches over the years have been tag teams.
That might have been something they've been doing more recently when the Diva division started to suck. But I know, at least, say, back in the Attitude Era and stuff, WrestleMania, the Divas would always have a Divas title match. They may also have a tag match as part of the card as well, but the title would always be on the line because it's WrestleMania. The title needs to be on the line.
Not really. They've done it before during the Attitude Era, where the matchup was like a lingerie pillow fight, and all the women's champion did was come out and help Vince McMahon in a wheelchair for his fight against Shane.
True.
Yeah, I think they did this just so they got more Divas on the card, which could be kind of cool.
It is, except in my opinion, it looks really bad because you're saying WrestleMania is the one pay-per-view where Divas don't deserve to have a title match, but oh no, we can have Diva title match on other pay-per-views. It's like that's making something look really bad, either WrestleMania or the title. It's either saying that the Divas title doesn't deserve to be on the grandest stage of them all, or the grandest stage of them all is so shit that that it's below the Divas title. Either way, something's looking really bad when you don't have a Divas title match on WrestleMania, but you have it on everything else. It's like, really?
Oh, no, like I said, it's just they want to push more Divas, and that's a great way to do it. And to the Divas titles' credit, it's been on more pay-per-views in the last 6 months than the main WWE title.
Yeah, that's because Brock can't be bothered to show up. There's a difference. That, and like I said, that fact alone makes either the title look like complete shit, or it makes WrestleMania look like complete shit. Either way, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's fair enough. Like I said, I see it the other way of they just wanted to put more Divas in a match. They've done that before.
Which is true, but I think the other thing about that is the reason they want to put more Divas in a match is because one thing they like to do at WrestleMania is get as many people on the card as they can, but it's also those people want to be on the card because at least up until they decided to have this whole network thing going on, I know it's changed now, but pay-per-view buys are what get the wrestlers good paychecks. They want to be on WrestleMania, biggest paychecks of the year. So you're dealing with a lot of egos in that locker room of people who want that WrestleMania paycheck. And when you've got your 4 top divas of the 2 Bellas and AJ and Paige, they're your top divas, and if any one of them isn't on the WrestleMania card and doesn't get that paycheck, you're going to hear about it a lot. Yep, and I'm sure WWE booking and management doesn't want to deal with that shit. So they probably that's one easy way to do it was say, all right, we'll do a Divas tag match and we'll put you all on the card. That way the 4 top divas are on the card and none of them feels like they're getting left out.
So you have 2 Divas matches.
Wait, I was going to say,
you have a 4-hour pay-per-view. There is no excuse to do something like this.
Technically, I could say there. Sorry, go ahead, Mo.
I was going to say, you have the element you mentioned, Jim. You also have the element of, if you're able to do it singly and have 2 Divas match, the audience has been basically made to feel that the Divas matches are piss break matches. So do you want 2 piss break matches? Because if the Divas got 2 matches, and then suddenly like the tag team belt, which everyone was complaining about, is now relegated to pre-show, more people are going to be pissed about that. They're going to say, wait a minute. So you had like, I don't know, you had like Nikki Bella versus AJ and Paige versus Brie Bella on the card, but you didn't have the tag team titles. At least this one's just one match. And
True.
a fatal four-way would look really poor given the time they'd have. Because like Sting v Triple H, Undertaker, Bray, and the main title are going to be long matches. This is probably going to be like, what, 30 minutes to like 15 to 30 minutes max.
Yeah, I understand that because that's the thing you also remember, Marcus, is yes, it's 4 hours, but 4 hours doesn't go as long as you think it does given the number of matches. I mean, you got to figure right off the bat the 3 matches that Mo just mentioned: the title match, Bray Taker, the Triple H Sting, and the Intercontinental title ladder match are probably each guaranteed a minimum of 30 minutes. That's half your show gone with just those 4 matches at minimum, if not more. And you still got to fit in. You got that Divas match. You've got Miz versus Mizdow. You've got what else is on the card?
No, you don't. No, you don't, because they're in the Battle Royal.
Oh, are they?
Did you forget what happened last week when Mizdow rapped to the Miz about how he's entering the Battle Royal? Remember, I gave that an award.
Yes, because that was in the first hour of the show, which I never see.
Yeah, which the Battle Royal itself is also going to be about 30 minutes.
Yeah, the Battle Royal itself will probably take at least 30 to 40 minutes if they want to build it up. So, yeah, that's it. Plus, they got to have enough time for LL Cool J to come out and do at least a couple songs, because they announced that was happening. Plus, they're going to have at least 25 minutes for the Hall of Fame announcement of the guys coming out and having that done. They're going to have, there's a lot of things that have to be done at WrestleMania. So they're going to want to make sure they have time for that stuff, because I would say better that they're 1 guaranteed Divas matches than 2, one of which might get cut. Because I know Mo can attest this, because I didn't actually necessarily watch this, but I know I saw part of an episode of Total Divas where at last WrestleMania, where the Divas or the Funkadactyls, I don't remember who they were facing, were booted up and laced up and ready to go out for the match, and their match got canceled. They're like, no, you're not wrestling. The other thing went over. You're not wrestling. It's like, that just kind of hurts their feelings even more.
I believe that was the Bellas, because they were literally in their like showgirlish type outfits, ready to go out. Right as they were about to go out, they see John Cena in the ring, and they're like, wait a minute, isn't this meant to be our match now? And they get told, yeah, we decided to give more time to Cena. You're being cut.
I think it was Bellas versus Funkadactyls then, because I remember specifically seeing the Funkadactyls in bright green ass ring gear. I remember that.
That's what Mole just said.
No, he just said it was the Bellas.
Yeah, you asked me who did they face? Who were they going against?
Oh,
so
okay, sorry. I thought you were saying complacent. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it was the Bellas. I think that was the tag team match, and it got nixed. And I remember seeing part of that episode. So better to have 1 Divas match that they're going to make. They'll make, because it's the only Divas match. They're not going to cut the only Divas match. So you know that at the very least those Divas will get their time, even if it gets reduced. Better that the promise of have a Divas ton of matches that promise the other Divas, yeah, you're going to have a match on the card and then have to cut it and have a bunch of pissed off Divas you got to deal with later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which that does kind of it does make it hard, but your promo tonight, I believe it was, Marcus.
Yeah, my promo of the night goes to Randy Orton for the opening bit where he accepts the challenge and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I don't care, I don't care, I'm gonna come down there and kick your ass, even if you have all those guys. You just better make sure you finish what you start. That was a really good promo. You should check that out. They probably have that on YouTube, Richter, if you haven't seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good promo. One of Randy Orton's best promos that I've heard him do. I was like, wow, that's really good. So that's my promo of the night.
All right.
So, well, I'll say, if you notice the difference between Randy Orton when he's face and Randy Orton when he's heel.
Yeah, he cuts better promos as a face.
Yeah, Randy Orton as a face will go out there and just talk normally and stuff, which is awesome. Randy Orton as a heel will deliver more slow, methodical promos, which in itself is equally cool when they do it right. And I'm like, it's weird that he actually has that, where he goes either full normal promo, which is awesome, or he goes full slow ass promo. Either works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with your match and promo of the night, Jim.
Alrighty. So, my match of the night, because unfortunately I said I missed the beginning of the show. So I give the match of the night to the six-man tag match, Ambrose, Ziggler, and Bryan versus Stardust, Baron, and Luke Harper, only because my other options were basically Big Show versus Eric Rowan, which wasn't that good. The match before that, the match before that
wasn't a match.
It wasn't.
I believe Big Show and stuff ended up beating him up before that match could actually start. So it was basically a non-contest match.
Fair enough.
Similar to Seth v. Randy wasn't actually a match.
Right. Okay. I knew there was at least one. I thought there was another match. It was a no contest, either before or after the Big Show Rowan match. Or no, there was a match. There was a match that was really short that ended really quickly. I don't remember what the match was. But anyway, basically, most of the matches were either ridiculously short or non-existent. So at that point, I basically said, all right, the hell with it. I'll give it to the six-man tag match because that's the only thing that was really a match.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it wasn't necessarily terrible, but no, I don't think it was a match that I saw. It wasn't necessarily terrible, but yeah, I mean, I should say it wasn't necessarily good, but it was a decent match for what it was with the guys and building up the big ladder match, so it worked for what it was. It would have been better if R-Truth wasn't on commentary distracting everybody, but other than that.
Yeah. Who remembers when we all thought an extra hour of Raw meant more wrestling?
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that was the one that
Those
didn't. That was the one that didn't last long. It was the New Day versus Ken and Cesaro that lasted for not very long, and the Matadores came out and interrupted them.
That was still a pretty good match with what they put on.
Fair enough. But yeah, I gave it to the six-man tag match because I like most of the guys in that match, and it was okay. My promo of the night, I gave it to Brock Lesnar's interview because that was badass. He was just saying, basically, all WrestleMania means to me is I get to beat someone up and I get paid for it. I ended Undertaker Street last year. I loved every minute of it. I conquered John Cena. I show up and I hurt people. Why don't people understand this? I show up, I hurt people. It's what I do. I'm going to come. I'm going to fight Roman Reigns. I'm going to beat Roman Reigns. I'm going to destroy Roman Reigns. I'm going to fuck Roman Reigns up. And yes, Richter, he actually said the F-bomb and they censored him.
Nice.
So I was very hyped for Brock Lesnar after that because he made me sound like a badass, and I like that. And he did it by himself. He didn't have Paul Heyman, so that was also pretty cool.
Yeah, I did like that video package. That was pretty cool with him talking. I always liked that, like when they did that with him v Cena. He talked about Cena having piss running down his leg.
Yeah,
it's like since going to UFC, Brock's actually become okay to talk.
He has. So that was my matchup promo. Back to Hammy.
All right. So for me, my match of the night, by process of elimination on NXT was Riley v. Owens. I mean, it wasn't like that great a match, but it was better than the rest of them. The part that made me laugh was that I think they did a really good job of having A-Rai actually fight him for a little bit, but it just made me laugh that the first credible threat to Kevin Owens was an announcer. Like Sami Zayn beat the hell out of him, and Adrian Neville, which should have been a better match, he kind of beat the hell out of him, and then A-Rai comes in and actually gets some really good blows on him and actually got him to freak the fuck out and get all angry and stuff, and it's just wow, that announcer just was your first credible threat. Two former champions, nope, the announcer. And yes, I know he's been to WrestleMania, but it's just they made sure to remind us too. But I just
he was Mrs. Sandow before Sandow was a Sandow.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So now that he started wrestling again, is he coming out in his leather jacket and shit again?
No, unfortunately. Comes out with this hilarious video that has rage written on it, and he got that really good promo last week. Where he seemed really angry, but just I don't know, he doesn't look like the type of guy that gets really angry. Just seeing him the last couple of years, he never looks like he just completely loses his shit and punches through a wall or something.
See, when you say he comes out with a funny video that just says rage and stuff, I'm thinking though, because I haven't seen that, I'm thinking 2 years ago, the creator entrance for CAWs where you could have flames with generic text. That's what I'm imagining when the way you describe
You
it.
know,
Like, oh my God,
I think
he's
it did
creating
kind of look
entrance.
like that. It did kind of
Yay!
look like that. That's why they took it out, because they didn't want you to make A-Ray's entrance.
There you go. Also, wait a minute. They had a guy who has not done much come out and involved in Rage. Wasn't there a tough enough guy with that gimmick?
Silent Rage and something. I don't remember his name. I remember Daniel Pewter, but I don't remember the Andy dude. Yeah.
I remember Maven.
I liked Maven and Christopher Nowinski and stuff.
Chris Nowinski was cool.
Maven had a
for-
good feud with Undertaker,
Mhm.
and that's like all.
Ah,
Sounds like a car horn.
I think Marx's airbag has been deployed.
He got in a car accident. He was podcasting while driving.
He was on the Lex Express.
fair enough.
All right, so my
By the way, I did want to ask. Can I? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting,
Yeah.
but can I ask? Can I assume that ARI won, considering Owens is out for 4 to 6 weeks?
no, Ari got fucked up.
Oh, there we go. Now it's picking up my mic. That's weird.
Yay.
But yes, Richter.
Yeah,
Can I
no,
assume that ARI won since Owens is out for 4 to 6 weeks?
no, Ari
Yeah,
lost.
I,
He got
I
saved
believe,
by Finn Balor.
Hmm.
I believe Kevin Owens is out for 4 to 6 weeks, but I believe they filmed 4 to 6 weeks of NXT.
Ah, okay.
So he'll actually be better by the time they go to film new episodes.
Okay, because I knew they did that. I knew like Sami Zayn has some kind of minor injury and he's been doing promos but not wrestling too. So it's like, well, that's your main event is doing wonderfully.
It's just like the real product. Yeah, we're gonna push this guy. Oh man, I hurt my knee. Damn it!
It's okay, they still have Rhino.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him though. He like had the one match. I can't remember if he had another match, but I remember he cut another promo like a week later. Then I don't know. And I want the Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, where's the
He just
Brian
had the one match.
Kendrick?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh my God, I just figured out why you haven't seen Rhino.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
If you remove Sting's makeup, is he Rhino?
That would be amazing.
wow.
It could happen. It couldn't happen.
I don't think so. Now, if you wanted to insinuate that Rhino and Taz were the same person, that'd be an easier one.
Oh, that would also be easier.
Can I
You just like wind his arm around and the hair just retracts into his head.
Maybe they're gonna bring Rhino to the main card, and he's gonna win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
There you go. That might
Isn't
happen.
right on the main card? Is it base? What?
Your headset went off again.
It buzzed. I don't know.
Okay, hang on a sec.
So, here's an interesting question. Can we then insinuate that they never actually got Sting to come back and he's just been Adrian Neville in face painting this whole time? That's how they're going to bring him to the main roster. They're going to reveal that he's Adrian Neville.
Oh
Yes.
man, story designer, why are you gone? All these random things would be so amazing. Dude, he's gonna have a rivalry with that headset. All right, so
The official
for-
headset, the X-Pound, ladies and gentlemen.
X-Marks does not condone. No, I'm just kidding.
Which is the weird thing because we all have the same headset and his is the only one that fucks up.
I don't. Yay!
Well, you don't, but me and him and Mo and Peter
Yeah.
all have the same headset.
I know.
Richter's
I'm
our
nodding, I know.
DDP. He's the only one that hasn't joined the NWO.
Ha.
That's true. So for my promo of the night, it was the video package that they had about them at the Arnold Sports Festival earlier in the day, because the NXT was like, I assume they filmed it like toward the later end of it, but that's why they were on the road. But that's pretty neat, just because it had some of the more behind the scenes stuff. So like when they're talking to like Charlotte and stuff, you could tell she wasn't like in character, and I think that was kind of nice that it seemed like they had the wrestlers more as people than as their on-screen persona, which I thought was cool.
Nice. I am curious what's going to happen with NXT. Only because I know
I don't know.
I know they've had stuff like that. They're now traveling on the road instead of just being in a developmental territory. And Triple H has gone on record recently as saying WWE now views NXT as more than just a developmental show. So I'm like, are they going to make it a full-fledged brand?
That would be cool.
If so, will there be a draft?
That could be interesting. I will. One thing I will note. Apparently, it has the feedback because one of the NXT divas, Becky somebody or other. I don't know her name. But she something. I don't know.
Becky.
She said something about with the expectation something. Anyway, she basically said that apparently for the NXT event that'll be happening at or near WrestleMania, they've already sold 4,100 tickets.
Nice.
It's going to be the biggest NXT event they've done. So apparently the NXT is popular, so they can certainly do that.
Oh my god, imagine if Brock retains at WrestleMania, Rick, and just like one of the other draft years, they swap champions.
Would anyone notice? Anyway.
I would notice only because Kevin Owens would be there every week.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Like, this isn't Brock. He's here 2 weeks in a row. That's a different guy. He's like, no, it's okay. I'm just fighting for money. That's the same thing. Like, oh, okay, fine. I guess.
And at least when Kevin Owens says, I am a mercenary, you believe it's more like a threat.
Yeah.
Unless like, I'm a mercenary. Oh.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Brock should never roar ever.
Not any. Like, after the first time, someone should have pulled him aside and said, "Look, no, just no."
I just want WWE to cash in on this and make a cuckoo clock where, like, when it strikes, like, say midnight, Brock just comes down and goes 12 times.
I'm pretty sure we've done this joke, but like one of those little children's toys where you pull the thing and it's like the Brock goes, ah!
That should
Triple H goes, and then I'm gonna come out, and it just goes for 20 minutes, and you're like, how does this thing keep going?
Yeah.
The string ran out.
The CM Punk goes, bye. But I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Agreed.
So thank you everyone for joining us for another X Marks the Spot, and we hope to see you all back next week with when we have some more awards, and next week should be WrestleMania, correct?
It should be.
Yep, and it should be. That'll be coming up on Sunday the 29th, right after WrestleMania.
All right, so everyone joins.
See what happens when we do a podcast? Richter has to ask because WWE made it so ingrained in his mind he doesn't know unless someone points at a sign. Is this WrestleMania season? Oh, wait, he's pointed at the WrestleMania sign. Yay, WrestleMania season.
And as a reminder, in a lead-up to that, by the way, you're also going to see me and Marcus Shadow review the Flintstones to WWE Stone Age SmackDown the night before on Saturday the 28th.
Nice.
Don't you mean hair?
You killed him. I don't know.
I have. I killed him by making sense. He's not used to it.
All right.
You just got mold, bitch.
Apparently I did.
So anyway, look forward to both of those things. Join us next weekend for all that WrestleMania goodness and that, we rock and roll with the Flintstones. So thank you everyone for joining us. See you next week, and good night.